Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we are looking at a Magic the Gathering Nemesis Breakdown deck. Now this deck is a strategy deck, so there's no rule book, there's a strategy guide. So if you want to know how to play, this is not the starter deck for you. This is the expert level decks. I believe this came out around 2000, and it contains a 60 card ready to play deck. Customizable strategy card, and it even says rulebook not included. So that's important to remember with a lot of these decks. They were not starter decks, these were strategy decks. So there's no rulebook. So let's open this up and see what we've got in here. This one's fairly old at this point. You can still find them, they're just a little harder to find. And usually a fair bit more expensive. Now, one nice thing is this deck is in a cellophane packaging with a shiny silver string around it. Woo! But that does make it easier to open. So, what do we have in here? We have a rule book, or a strategy book rather. Theme deck strategy guide, not a rule book. Now, these are, of course, just like there's a fancy piece of paper around a bunch of regular paper, but it does give you some really good tips. It's 48 pages long. There's a little survey in there that I doubt they care about anymore, and it's just got some basic ideas for the deck, that sort of thing. It's a interesting change of pace from what they normally do. Yeah, it's got deck list in here too, I think, for all of them. Yeah, it's got checklists and all that. So if you want to see the other decks, what they have to fight this, you can look at those too. So, then we've got this thing, which is a storybook, because it needed that. And it's just like a short story of sorts. It's only like, what, 6 or 8 pages long. It's kind of dumb. But they're trying to sell you a paperback. So they give you that too. I guess it's a nice little bonus if you're into the story of Magic. But then there's the back of the cards. They look like the normal Magic cards. Now let's see what we get in this box. We have a Puffer Extract, a Parallax Inhibitor, and you can see the different set symbols on here. Like this one's a rare, so yeah, they're not all from the same set. Here we have Revive, a second Revive, Seal of Strength, Ensnare, another Ensnare, Dehydration, War Tax, False Demise, Accumulated Knowledge, a second Accumulated Knowledge, a third one, a fourth one, Seal of Removal, Rusting Golem, a second Rusting Golem, Sky Shroud Behemoth, Wood Ripper, a second Wood Ripper, Blastoderm, I don't know how to pronounce that. A second one, Vine Trellis, Sky Shroud Ridgeback, a second Sky Shroud Ridgeback, a third one, a fourth one, Stronghold Zeppelin, another Stronghold Zeppelin, whatever. Waterfront Bouncer, another Waterfront Bouncer, a third one, Cloud Skate, another Cloud Skate, a third one, a fourth one, then we have an island, a different island, a different island, yet another island. There we've seen that one before. And then we're repeating the islands, it looks like. Quite a lot of land here. Third one. Then we got a forest, a different forest, a third forest, a fourth forest, a duplicate fifth forest, sixth forest, seventh forest, eighth forest, ninth forest, 10th forest. Then we have a Saspranzanskeri. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Hickory woodlot. Another Saprazanskeri. And lastly, a hickory woodlot. So you do get some land in here. The art's fine. It's standard Magic the Gathering art style from the time. So yeah, it's a pretty straightforward deck. If you're looking for something pre-constructed, this is a good one to get. But most people like to craft their own. But if you want to try something different and do like some drafting, you could each get one of these, or from the set, and see how they work out for you. But that is what is inside the Magic the Gathering Nemesis Breakdown deck. It's an interesting change, and it is a little bit of a relic from Magic history at this point. This came out around 2000, I believe, and of course it's put out by Wizards of the Coast. That'll give you an idea what to expect if you decide to look into one of these. And that's my job. Card quality's great, as always. It's Magic. You really can't go wrong with the quality here. The art style has a little bit of a retro look at this point, but a lot of people like it. I think the art is really good. I'm not much of a Magic player and haven't been for many years, but I remember the art always being at least decent in 99% of the time. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel, and we hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.